Good morning. I'm really grateful that I came across an email today that I thought I should share with you, because it really speaks to part of the message I would like all of us to discover about life and about what it means to have other people in our lives. It seems that it's a story about there are 5 terrorist groups operating in the church, and they've been operating for a long time, and they've been identified as been sleeping, been gossiping, been arguing, been fighting, been complaining, been missing. Their leader happens to be Lucifer, been working, and he's working like crazy to see what he can do to disrupt what the church is supposed to be. The plan is for them to disguise themselves as Christians and then do the work within the church to discourage and disrupt and destroy. However, there's been reports of another group. It's a tiny cell group it is called been praying. It's actually the only effective counter-terrorist to what goes on in the church. Unlike other terrorist cells, the Ben Praying team doesn't blend in with whoever and whatever is going on, but they do whatever they can to make the cause of the church and the cause of Jesus Christ go on. We've been noticing, as somebody said, we've been noticing that the Ben Praying group has different characteristics than the other groups. Their characteristics are been watching, been waiting, been fasting, and been longing for their Master Jesus Christ to return. No church is exempt from this group, it said, and it says that if you've been looking and been going, you can discover these groups. That's a pretty good description of what goes on in the church, isn't it? It's just a small group that keeps us from being what we could be, and it's just a small group that's all it takes to make the church what it needs to be. And I think that's what we need to do. We need to recognize that there's a very small part of our own individual energy that if we focus it on, like it was suggested here, on been praying rather than gossiping and complaining and missing and all the other things that we tend to do to disrupt the cause of church and the cause of Christ, many things, good things can happen. I was really grateful that I discovered this morning, because it gave me a little humor as well as gave me a little emphasis on how to live my life. I believe it can do the same for you this morning. May the good Lord take care of you today.